knows it's not, Washington is not the answer. Washington is the problem. And, you know, I'm a mom. I have one daughter. She is our future, and I'm very thankful and blessed to say she's a young conservative. And Dan knows that our youth is our future as well. And that's why he's focused on education, making sure that all children get a good education. This country is the greatest nation on earth. As Ronald Reagan said, the shining city on the hill. We have an administration that is intentionally driving this country into the ground. We have a United States Senate that has not passed a budget in over 3 years. If you went to work and did not do your job for 3 years, what would happen? You would be fired. Exactly. These people work for us. We hire them and we can fire them. And Maryland deserves to have a senator that represents the people, someone who is willing to do the business of the people, no matter how tough it is, to make these decisions. Dan is willing to make these tough decisions and stand on principle and represent the people, not only of Maryland, but all people across this country. Because every senator and every congressman, their vote affects each and every one of us. And that's exactly why Tea Party Express is here today to support and endorse Dan Bongino for United States Senate. And I don't have a check with me, but Dan, a check is on the way. And I believe in all of you, and I believe in all conservatives across this great state and across this great country. And I know if we work hard over the next 5 days, you can elect this man as your next senator from Maryland. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for your endorsement, Amy. It means more to me than you know. We've had so much support from people like Amy willing to jump in the fight and not sit on the sidelines. Folks, this is a battle of ideas. It's not a battle of labels. That's one thing I like about the movement. This is a movement based on ideas, not partisan politics, folks. Ideas matter. And I ask you this. Are we only willing to fight for those ideas in Texas, in Oklahoma? Those ideas matter here. Look, if they didn't, why would you be here? Our ideas are not partisan ideas. They're American ideas. What does our party stand for that frightens some on the other side? What is it? We don't mind paying taxes. We're just not going to pay any more. We pay enough. You spend what we give you now more efficiently before you dare approach me for another dime. We're the ones fighting for our military. We're the ones ironically saying, I don't mind paying taxes to fund our military. You're the one with the sequester supporting it on the other side. That's their fight. That's not our fight. No one here is arguing against police, fire, and teachers. We're just not paying for any more soccer fields in Guantanamo Bay. We've had enough. Enough. What's so frightening about that idea? I ask you, healthcare. What's frightening is Obamacare, not our ideas. Obamacare takes your decisions, folks, you and anyone listening, and turns them over to a board of unelected bureaucrats who know absolutely nothing about you, your mother, or your father's lives, or your children. Is that not scary to you? That's scary to me. The Republican plan, ironically enough, puts the healthcare system back in your hands. That's right. Your choice matters. Where has it failed? Finally, education choice. I find it ironic that the only people who argue against education choice are people who have the choice themselves. The rich liberals who don't send their kids to those public schools. You know, I'm a product of de facto school choice, folks. I had a Catholic school that took us on as a charity case. That's the only reason Amy and me are up here and I'm speaking to you in coherent sentences. Because I had a shot. I had a shot that's not offered to kids in Baltimore City, and yet these hypocrites walk in there, and we need to call it what it is and say, I am your champion, while they take away any opportunity, the American dream those kids should have. So I challenge you again. What about our ideas are so frightening that you get to plan your own lives rather than some government bureaucrat? What's scary about that, folks? It just goes to show you the nasty marketing job pulled on the other side against people like us who are really just here, not because we don't like government, but we just don't believe government has the answer to every one of our problems. I'll plan my own life, thank you. Just get out of my way. Thank you very much for coming out, folks. I really appreciate it. And thank you to the Tea Party.